Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from group 2 and we are going to talk about character in prose. Our group is consists of 3 people. First is Muhammad Aqshal and me, Bayu, Ajie, Wijanarko, and then Alvi, Rhesandi. First one is definition of character. Character is one of the essential elements in a story. It is an individual, could be a human or even non-human like animal. In this section, we are going to discussing about type of character. These are X type of the character, but actually you can find many more than 8 type of character, I think, in internet. Okay, the first one is the main character or protagonist, and then the opposite of the main character is antagonist, static character, changing or dynamic character, round character, flat character, confident character, and then foil character.
And then the main character or protagonist. Protagonist is the leading character or one of the major characters in a narrative. While in many narratives, the protagonist is synonymous with the good guy. The word protagonist is simply from an ancient Greek word meaning one who plays the first part chief actor. The definition of protagonist has nothing to do with a character's internal moral compass, which means a protagonist can be part of good character or a bad character. And then the opposite of the main character of antagonist. The antagonist is a opposer or combatant working against the protagonist or leading character's goal, antagonizing and creating the main conflict. And the next one is static character. A static character is a type of character who remains largely the same throughout the course of the storyline. Their environment may change, but they retain the same personality and outlook as they had at the beginning of the story. It's common for secondary characters in stories to be static. And the next one is dynamic character. A dynamic character plays a role that develops and changes during the events in the story. This character may change positively or negatively, depending on the need of the story. It can be anything from a supporter of the main character to a partner of antagonist and may change its direction from positive to negative or negative to positive. And the next one is round character. A round character is deep and layered character in a story. Round characters are interesting to audience because they feel like real people. Audience often feel invested in these characters' goals, success, failures, strengths, and weakness.
So the next one is flat character, which is the opposite of the round character. A flat character is two-dimensional character lacking depth or real personality. Usually, flat characters have just one or two functionary traits, and Mrs. McGonagall is one of the examples of flat character in Harry Potter. The next one is confidant character. This type of character is the best friend or the sidekick of the protagonist, if often the protagonist's goals flows to the confidant, although not every story needs one. And these are the example of the confident characters like Ron Weasley from Harry Potter and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. Next one is foil character. Foil character is primarily exists to bring the protagonist's qualities into sharp relief. This because the foil is effectively the opposite of the protagonist's behavior. It's like total, complete different behavior from the protagonist. And the example is Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. Next one is stock character. So a stock character is an archetypal character with a fixed set of personality traits. They are usually stereotypical and or conventionally used repeatedly in stories or of a particular type. And again, Mrs. McGonagall is one of the examples of the stock character. Then we have character trait. So, uh, character trait is more like a personality or a behavior of a character in a narrative. It is often described as an uh, adjective of a character, like kind, optimistic, loyal, or the opposites, like unkind, pessimistic. And there's so many behavior of a character in character trait. And these are our reference of our research types of characters.
Okay, thank you everyone. I think that's all from us. So if you get any question, feel free to ask down below in the comment section. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.